Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium, everyone, the home of the Fresno State Bulldogs. And for a team whose mantra is anytime, any place, anywhere, it's always good to be home. And these fans have shown out for the clash we have ahead of us. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture, as we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Trojans will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Bulldogs return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Shows a little move, gets his man off balance, and gets out to the 22. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Unloads quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on first down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his man down the middle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
On second down, looking to throw. He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
He wants to pass it on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gain.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He got it. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The head coach has to be happy with that.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So USC's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways and how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
Looking to pass. It's Ware. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Dialing up a second down pass play. Got his man down the middle. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw it again. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Trojans will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Big fullback's got it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Give to the fullback. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give them a bone, reward them. Now they'll block harder and they'll block longer in the future.
Then the short completion brings up second down. The give to the big fullback. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
USC 0.
And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Fresno State will have to punt. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Might as well stick with him. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the ball will be down just outside the 30-yard line. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good...
Hit the afterburners, kid. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And what a play call. You can feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness, this defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it, get it to your running back, let him do the rest, chew up some yardage, and make the big play for the offense.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's on target and complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and in 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and 4th down now, it's decision time for you.
Looking for a block. It's Ramsey. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Trojans in the hurry-up. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Back to pass, it's Ware. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Looking to move it through the air. Working the middle, it's complete.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first time.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Snags it over the middle. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big...
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think...
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Looking for a man. It's Ware. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. The ball pops out. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Waning seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Never a doubt. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half.
Fresno State 6, USC 3.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Fresno. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Valley Children's Stadium.
Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Trojans will hustle to the line.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just...
He smashes his way through again. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, USC! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the extra point gives him a 10-6 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. We're inside the 10-yard line. He'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Quick step and go. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Grabs it in the middle. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun on 3rd down. It's complete. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
The Bulldogs have this offense rolling.
Let's go!
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
The give to the fullback. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
How do you not respect the big fouls? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football and occasionally you get some big plays like this and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their mouths.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Illegal offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Not a chance. Missed it. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. First down here for the offense. Pulls it, fired complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. Here's the handoff. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Back to throw, it's Ware. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? They'll go to the ground. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and you pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give on the inside. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
one of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back to pass, it's Ware. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the back. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got his man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the triple option sounds so great, right? I have so many options, but that quarterback has to read all those things and read them really, really fast. You could tell he was trying to make a decision. He kept stringing them out, He couldn't get any yards on the play. Look for the quarterback to maybe pitch the ball and make some decisions a little faster in the future.
Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Ramsey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Safe completion on the screen. On the move at the 30. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Ware. Finds the tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride, and that's why he gets the touchdown.
And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th.
That makes the score USC.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive change. And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Fresno State working from the red zone. Handoff from the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And he'll try to boot them into the lead in the final minute. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That delay of game penalty pushes the offense back even closer to its own end zone. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. They'll leave it with him. And he'll be brought down.
Gain of 1. It's now 4th and goal.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Fresno State.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Nerves of steal right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot.
Fresno State, 19. USC, 17.
That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it and practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.